So today I'm here with Danny Boyer, and he's not only a prominent farmer here in Independence, Virginia, but he's made connections all throughout the U.S. as he runs his operation. And I'm excited to get to do this interview with you for a couple reasons, just because we've not had a chance to interview a customer yet to this point. Usually farmers are either too busy to carve out time, out of their day from their work, or there's a language barrier, or they're just too shy to get on camera. But you can hem and haw with the best of them from what I've seen, Danny, so I'm excited for this. But before we get started, since their attention spans are real quick, like I said, um, I'm going to ask you first off, what is your opinion of us as a business here at Elevation, what you've seen so far from the workers that have come out to the farm, the level of professionalism we've brought or not brought. We want that honest transparency. So what do you think of us so far as a business and the work you've seen?
Well, so far, very, very pleased. I'm impressed. I actually was texting a friend of mine from out in Tennessee last night and telling him about the drone spreading the lime and fertilizer. And I said, these drones are amazing. You know, I had some questions or doubt on how effective they would be and the length of time and the payload and all of those kinds of things. So as I told others, Caleb and Bodie, when I was talking to them, this is sort of a trial to see economic feasibility of it. And I've been working on pastures. There's actually someone here right now doing the ecological outcome verification.
Right.
So I'm very much interested in building soil quality and getting the soils where they can work and getting biological activity in the soils. And that, I want to, want to continue to improve. And it appears to me that on the steep areas that it's hard to or you can't get a truck on it safely, at all. There may be a potential now to be able to, improve the nutrient levels and the fertility of the soil that way. So,
So you're talking about these steep hills, these terrains, helicopters can't get into certain spots. You told me you worked with helicopter application back in the 80s and stuff a while back. And so just versus, hand sprayers or trucks, like you just said, or helicopters, you think these drones have the potential to be able to go over this steeper, rougher terrain?
absolutely. And, what's impressed me so far is the length of time, the quickness. Once you get it mapped out and programmed, it's automatic. It goes out there and it does its thing. It remembers where it stopped off, comes back and parks. You load it up again. It takes off
The
again. It's a
technology
matter of
is
minutes.
insane.
It's not a long drawn out process.
Right.
And I'm interested in that. So I've been very pleased, and it has a lot of potential, to build soil quality here in Grayson County, and we're right in the heart of the Spring Valley community right here.
Right.
So Four Winds Farm. But yes,
That's awesome. So, apart from that, give us a little backstory on who you are, how long you've been here running this operation, and kind of how you've seen it develop and grow, or what you specialize in. I know you spoke on soil a little bit, so you
yeah,
want to tell the followers about that?
yeah. I bought the farm in '78. And I grew up in Grayson County, but on a totally different farm. So I bought the farm as a family farm. Also had a career with the USDA, Soil Conservation Service. And one of my interests and the things that I did a lot of work in was pasture management and intensive pasture management and, soil quality and those kinds of things. I did a research, one of the first, I guess, in this whole area, and that was about '82.
Okay.
And I fenced off with using portable electric fence and rotation and time graze and then move them around and let it rest and those kinds of things and been trying to build the soil quality ever since. I'm involved with the Virginia Forage Grassland Council, work a lot with Virginia Tech on trials and experiments and in the midst of 2 or 3 trials now. And now we're trying to come up with actual number that we can use, a laboratory or a soil sample with parameters that will measure the increase in the carbon sequestering ability of the soil. We know that if we do certain conservation practices, that we see gains, we see improvements. The forage, this one trial, I'm testing a lot of the growth. And this last year, the field that we're looking at right now, produced 12,000 pounds of dry matter per acre in a year. So pretty good. and we're trying to see if we can expand that to other areas. So that's the field that I've been working in, and had a lot of good folks to work with, and a lot of people, see some of the infrastructure too with grazing systems, and that's water systems and cross fencing and all of that. I've worked with a lot, put in thousands and thousands of alternative water systems. So,
Wow.
just been blessed to be able to have a career in that, and then do what I love, and so I'm very pleased with what I've seen. I'm anxious for the outcome, and I'm going to actually be doing laboratory samples and analysis. So I won't just be guessing that it's a little better. I'm going to know.
You're gonna get the facts. You're
Yeah,
gonna get the facts.
yeah.
Well, with the climate of the world and how everything is nowadays, you see kind of a drop off in the younger generation in terms of blue collar jobs and farming and those kind of things. So does it excite you to see a bunch of young guys out here with new technology and wanting to advance farming and this career field? What do you think about that?
Absolutely. My one of my grandsons actually lives on the farm, and his wife, and he's very much interested. My youngest son lives just down the road on another property and helps on the farm. Both of them have full-time jobs, but they have an interest in it. And I actually worked with the statewide Young Farmers Program and was a mentor for them for
Okay.
a long time. And 20 years ago, there was very few people wanting to get into the farming and the ag end. One thing is the work and the hours, the cost to get in, and then the return.
Right.
It wasn't that great. But now it seems like there's a surge of people wanting to get back to the land, and yes, you give up some things, but you also gain from the lifestyle and being able to live in rural areas and all of those kinds of things. So, and now with the technology that we have, used to you had to go somewhere to find out things. Now, if you got Wi-Fi, and you can go up here and you can find out an answer to a question pretty quick.
Real quick,
So,
right at your fingertips.
so even though it's new and different, I think there's a lot of potential, and I've been very pleased and anxious to see how this turns out, and looking forward to having a long and partnership with you.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you wouldn't be our first to see good results. We've been up for about 2 years now, and our farmers have seen good results, and that's why we have continued business with them. So we're excited for you to see those same results here and to actually be able to lab test everything and see the breakdown of what you're getting. And I mean, we hope to have a great and long continued relationship with you. From the work that you've seen from our guys here at Elevation, would you or would you not recommend us to other farmers, honestly?
Yes, I absolutely would. Matter of fact, I've already talked to two people and told them about you already, and we aren't finished just yet. But yes, I think I see great potential in the use of this technology and the drones of being able to work on soil quality. So absolutely, I'll be talking to some more folks.
We appreciate you carving out a little bit of time for us today on camera.
Yes,
That's
sir.
amazing, and we'll hear from you soon.
Thank you very
All right,
much.
thank you, Danny.
Mhm.